it's not like the E3 days where there was just one weekend, everybody's there, everybody puts their game out. It's not like that no more. Everybody wants to do their own showcase and have their own spotlight, and it gets very tiring.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? We are the Megabit Misfits 2 today because we're missing somebody.
Thank you. Is it becoming a habit? Is it does Ray have a problem?
I don't know. I don't.
He lasted the longest with without having to be out, and then all of a sudden just fell off that mountain.
Look, the continuous streak he had has finally come to an end. Had to happen. Now we can put his picture on a Milks box somewhere and put the APB out for him. You know what I'm saying?
Ray, where are you?
Oh man,
we miss you, brother. Hope you're doing okay.
Yes. Do
what you gotta do.
Shout out to Mr. ReyRey, the usual host, who lets us into this. But thank you, Ray. Well deserved time off if he's taking time because he's gonna need it. He's gonna need it.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. And also big thank yous, right? Big thank yous.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, after the last few episodes, we've got a lot of new followers. We've got a lot of new commenters. We've got a lot of new subscribers. We just want to say, as a group, Megabit Misfits, we thank you so much for all the support and following and everything you guys are doing for us. This is amazing. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes. Over that 200 hump, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So thanks for everybody commenting in the shorts and stuff like that. Whether you love Pokemon or whether you love Palworld, whether you love Nintendo or don't, thank you so much for the comments. We're gonna get to that later. We're gonna get to that later. And also shout outs to our co-hosts, our guest hosts, right?
Our guest hosts, yes.
Guest hosts.
Last episode, we had Nicole on TikTok. Thank you very much. We've had Eli Broxborn on our episodes, big friend from way back when. And then we got Renegade XP that used to be a co-host with Mr. ReyRey. We appreciate you guys being on the show with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. We just had to give you a shout out. We are so happy and enthused the way things are going right now. So we just had to give a big up to everybody that pushed us along the way. So thank you.
Yeah, big round of applause on that. For
real. That's for Shep. You know what? You know who may be applauding or may not be applauding. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. But breaking news today, as of this video, by the time you reach by the time it reaches you guys, it's maybe old news. But something happened today.
As we were setting up to record,
bro, as we setting up, you can't make this up, man. As we literally were setting up, we found out something's going on at Nintendo.
Mr. Doug Bowser is stepping down from Nintendo of America. He has announced his retirement and has announced his successor, Devin Pritchard, for Nintendo of America. Now, he's been around for a long time.
Well, he has. I might want to say about 6 years. I want to say, give or take, I think it was about 6 years he's been around.
Okay.
Because the other guy that was before him was Reggie. Reggie had the reins before him.
Yes.
At Nintendo. So so he's kind of new, which is wild because a lot of people didn't know that he was the president of America for Nintendo because the last name Bowser just sounded like you're trolling everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the wild work right there. So what kind of Mandela effect universe, Marvel timeline are we living in where everything is going on right now? His last name is Bowser.
They got the same look and everything. Look at the two faces. Put them side by side. I'm telling you, you're gonna notice some funny stuff going on there.
He was a kid. He was mentioning. He was talking about when he was a kid playing Mario and all of that other stuff.
What a coincidence!
It's just wild that exactly. The coincidence on that is crazy. That's why I said what. Damn, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, multiverse of madness is going on here.
Nintendo Japan was like, you're the guy.
you are chosen. You are the chosen one. oh man, but he's out December 31st. So and Devon Pritchard is taking over effectively immediately 2026.
All right,
pretty much.
Hopefully, you know, whatever he does next, because if he's retiring, that's retired. But we've had guys from Nintendo retire before and still do things with Nintendo as contractors and, you know, associates of the company. So most likely he'll probably stick around in some form, but at just maybe not as part of Nintendo. He might do his own thing. Maybe he'll do a podcast like was it Iwata did his own podcast and all these other, you know, a lot of the old Nintendo guys. So they're still around, you know.
Yeah, Iwata passed away.
No, okay. So who was it then?
I think Reggie. I think Reggie was the one that had a podcast for a while. Or
Reggie did.
There was one podcast.
Right. I can't remember the name. There was one who did a class. He was teaching a class in college and stuff like that. Just recently, too, within the last few years. But either way, I guess.
So that's you're talking about Reggie. Reggie was the one that did the college stuff. Yeah. It was him.
Okay. Cool.
Cornell. It was a Cornell University.
Right. Correct. You're right.
That was Reggie. So shout outs to Devon Pritchard. You know, she's gonna be stepping up, taking the reins. Leave in the comment section, folks. What do you think is going to happen for Nintendo now that Doug Bowser is stepping down? Let us know in the comment section below. We want to hear you because we love comments. You know what I'm saying?
We love comments. We got some comments, man. We got some comments.
Oh my gosh, that Pokemon versus Palworld short through the roof right now, man. Crazy. You know,
we appreciate it.
So, but we want to touch on some stuff. We're gonna go. We ain't gonna take too much of time. But we're gonna go through the comments though. Let's go through some comments. All right. So this comment come from Nate 6749. He says a game that goes against the standards of Pokemon by slavery, guns, and cannibalism. I believe that's cannibalism. He's talking and referring to Palworld. Now, Nate, I don't think you played Palworld. You may not be a fan of Palworld, but I want to tell you something. There is no cannibalism in the game. Now, there are animals who eat other animals, which that happens in real life. There are no humans eating humans in this game. Right. And at the same token, yes, there is guns. That was there. They had to do something that separated them from Pokemon and all the other creature capture games. So Palworld is actually Ark Survival, right, mixed with Pokemon put together to create their unique brand of creature capture. Now, you said by slavery, I'm going backwards. Pokemon, you beat the hell out of it. You beat the shit out of this animal. You toss a Pokeball at its head, and it sucks the soul out of that shit.
It's imprisoned. And you only use it to fight. You
make it fight like Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Like
listen, you can't do that. And in most places, cockfighting is illegal here in real life. You know, like
the Pokemon in that world, you eat Pokemon in that world. Like what other animal? I mean, there are non-Pokemon animals in the Pokemon world, but let's be real here. You having Charizard burgers at some point in your life.
No, for sure. Yeah,
nuggets
the people in Pokemon are definitely eating the Pokemon. They're definitely eating the Pokemon.
You know. So again. We're laughing and playing around right now at the expense of that, but that's what I'm saying. If we're gonna sit there and criticize Palworld for one thing, we can't overlook what Pokemon does.
Their comment is Nintendo needs to fall. I've supported Nintendo for most of my life. This company is not the same company we used to know. Okay,
it's not. I wouldn't say I want the company to fall because let's be honest, Nintendo. The one thing they do, you know, that I will say I'll have to give them props for. They love doing nostalgia. They love pulling at them heartstrings when it comes to nostalgia. When I went to Florida and was at the little spot they had in Universal, man, that joint looked like a whole level. The castle, the Bowser's castle was crazy. Like they know how to get you. You know,
you felt like you're in the Mushroom Kingdom,
bro. It was the only thing I didn't like about it was that it was too compact. But again. I wouldn't want to say I want to see Nintendo fall because we do need more competition. Competition is healthy. You know what I'm saying? Yes. We want them to get better. You know what I'm saying? We want them to take a peg down, come down a little bit off the high horse. But to fall completely, nah. I think everybody just wants the old Nintendo. That's the reason why he said what he said at the end here. You know, he's been a supporter of Nintendo all his life, and that this company is not the same company that we used to know. And I kind of agree with him on that. Everybody wants the old Nintendo the way it used to be.
Nintendo's got the very, very long history from starting out as a card game company to a toy company. And, you know, the the history of Nintendo, if you really want to go back into the history of Nintendo, it was a family company, and then it just moved on to other people. And after so many generations of people running the company, it's going to change. Things are going to change. They're looking at different sponsors and corporate mergers and things like that. Other companies are having their input into Nintendo now, where they can't just be one thing. They have to try and fit into multiple types of pockets and industries and things like that. Nintendo at heart is a toy company. So yeah, they right now are very corporate. Right now they've lost that face. They, if you used to look at the Nintendo Directs, they used to have this stuff. But if you look at the old Nintendo Directs compared to now, they used to have Muppets. They had characters. They had these people that would come out and show that they were really enjoying the game and talk more about the fun of the game rather than the corporate part of it or just the things you need to know. Whereas now they are definitely corporate. They're very cold and almost soulless at times when they're talking in these Nintendo Directs. And they do need to change. I definitely think they need to change. As far as needing to fall, I don't think that at all, because think about it this way. Nintendo is the gateway drug to video games. Think about it. When you're a child, you're not going to go play God of War right away. You're not going to go play these adult games right away. You need that cuteness. You need that thing to teach you how to play games, how to learn these functions. And then as you grow, the games that you play will grow with you. Maybe not Mario, but you might move on to other games that have similar controls, but are obviously more your age. So they're, as a toy company, will always lean more toward children. You know, we want them to grow with us. And I think that's the issue with the Pokemon thing, is that Pokemon, people have grown up and Pokemon has stayed the same. And people want a grown up Pokemon. But Pokemon also has 12 different types of games at this point, where the only thing missing is an adult version of Pokemon. And they try to do that with Arceus, and they're trying to do that with ZA when it comes out, where it's more focused toward adults, more focused toward older group of kids. Hopefully that will help people see. This is again why Palworld succeeded at what they were trying to do, is they grew. They showed people, hey, look, you can do this, and hopefully Nintendo takes some kind of note of that and makes it just as fun for the adults as they did with the kids. You need that gateway. And right now Nintendo will stay that gateway, because there's not a lot of other companies making child-friendly games to get little kids to get into video games. Everybody's into social media and blah blah blah, but that's a whole nother conversation. So
yeah. I'm gonna just go back to the soulless part, because you got me right there. Because right now Nintendo definitely got the heart of Mortal Kombat right now. They out there being saying songs about your soul is mine, like they out there getting them, boy. Nintendo has hit rock bottom since you got this, bro.
Shintaro Furukawa. Since Shintaro Furukawa took over, rest in peace, Satoru Iwata. He was a gamer at heart and led Nintendo to much success.
Yeah, he definitely was. And if anybody can remember, in March 2005, he said this, and Reggie actually posted this on his X account in 2021. He said, on my business card, I'm a corporate president. In my mind, I'm a game developer, but in my heart, I'm a gamer. And that's what it was. And I think a lot of people can feel the sentiment in that, going back to the comment, they can feel that. I think right now the landscape of Nintendo, it doesn't feel that way for a lot of gamers. I mean, I don't own a Switch, you know what I'm saying? I don't own a Switch or a Switch 2, but bro, if you go through that comment section for the Pokemon versus Palworld joint, yo, a lot of people are upset at Nintendo. They're and everybody has the right to their own opinion on how they feel and stuff like that. But man, even me, the only thing I'm upset at them, because I don't own none of those systems, is just the Pokemon stuff, because I do love Pokemon.
Nintendo themselves don't make Pokemon. They approve it. They allow it. The company that makes the Pokemon games are the ones that need to step up. They're relying so much on Pokemon Go. They're relying too much on these simple things and not the they're not up to the standards that other Nintendo games are. If you look at Mario, you look at Mario Kart, you look at all these. Donkey Kong came out and is amazing, and like it's so tight and so clean and so like everything works. Where that what's the name of the Pokemon company? Is it the Pokemon company?
So
is
you
not
got
doing.
Yeah. So you got the Pokemon company, right? Which is a it's a joint venture with Game Freak and Nintendo.
Game Freak, okay.
Which
so
is
Game
crazy
Freak.
because here's the crazy part. Game Freak got a game coming out called Beast Reincarnated.
Yes.
Reincarnation. Yeah, I think that's the name of it. Which somebody in the comment section pointed out. And I went to go look at that, bro. That game looks great.
So if they can do that,
the hell?
Exactly. So what happened with the last 2 Pokemon games before Z and A come out? Yeah. If they can do that, but again, but let's not jump to conclusions. We don't know what that game's gonna play like. We don't know how it's gonna really look. The game was announced. That doesn't mean it's gonna play that way. That don't mean it's gonna look like that. That is not the final product. That is a trailer. It is a CG trailer at that. So hopefully, if they can get to that point at some point, great.
It looks like a Souls game.
Everything I've heard about Pokemon ZA is very good so far. But again, the game's not in anybody's hands. Let's see what happens when it comes out. The last 2 were very sloppily made. But again, it's not Nintendo. Nintendo is the one approving it. Nintendo needs to get on them to fix their shit.
I see behind you. I see behind you that you got Hunter from Pokemon. You got the Hunter behind you. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Palworld released Pal Farm.
Oh yeah,
announcement for Pal Farm, right a week after Pokemon announced Pokepia or something like that. Yo, bro, the clap back crazy. You know what I'm saying? And again,
great timing.
Crazy how they got the Animal Crossing opening, like it's crazy. You know,
that Pokopia game is like,
it looks like Minecraft. It looks like Minecraft mixed with Animal Crossing.
Nah, it's got what is it? Dragon's Quest.
Dragon Quest Builder.
Yes, that it's.
But
they said that they basically copied that. You know that whole style.
They've been copying. This is what makes the whole thing about them suing people diabolical. Because Pokemon started from copying Dragon Quest. Everybody that was in the comment section, they know that. They've been saying that. Everybody knows that.
I didn't know.
Yeah. The creatures. From, and I'll probably post it here so they can see it. The creatures in Pokemon, a lot of them came from how they look in Dragon Quest.
That's interesting. I didn't know. That. That's cool.
So we got we do a poll on our channel. I think Mr. ReyRey's idea was to do like what games are people playing for the month, like what do they like? And we put up a poll, and these are the results for the poll for September. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I knew Hollow Knight was fire, but I didn't know that. You know, even though we got 10 votes, you know, that's 60 right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you guys can still vote if you want. Go check out our channel, go to our page, and you'll see it posted right up there. You can still vote right now. It's not closed. You can check it out. But right now, as it stands, Hollow Knight is taking the cake over Silent Hill. And Silent Hill, I don't know, something's going on with the frame rate. Like,
Silent Hill F, I think is it jumped up above Hell Is Us really just because it's new. It came out after Hell Is Us, so it's like right now during this poll, people are playing Silent Hill F. A lot of people like the way it is. A lot of people like the story. A lot of people like the mystery and all of this stuff. So it's doing very good for itself. And it has a name. You know what I mean? Hell Is Us is a new IP, so it's gonna be lower on that list. I think either way.
That's a good analysis. That's a good analysis.
All right, so we're gonna get into what games we are playing right now.
But right now, I played the Sonic Racing demo. I didn't play the actual full game, but the demo is incredibly good, man. Like if you are a Mario Kart fan, which I am, and again, I don't own the Switch. This right here, I'm expecting might sell gangbusters. I believe. I'm just saying it. Yeah. The difference between this game and Mario Kart is the fact that, like, if on the surface, if you look at it, it looks like a ripoff of Mario Kart. Let's call it spade a spade. Let's call it what it is. Just looking at it without picking up the controller or ever playing it, one will look at it and say, this is a Mario Kart-esque type game.
For sure.
But when you play it, yes, it is absolutely that. but it has a that arcade feel that I think that Mario Kart used to have, but then it started to dub down. Like I hear a lot of comparison of this game being compared to like a sequel to Mario Kart Deluxe.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Deluxe.
saying?
Yep.
8 Deluxe. Yeah, they
I was just gonna say that.
Right. That's the comparison I keep hearing about this game. And it's fast paced. You can control being in the sky. I don't play World, so I've seen videos. I think you can control in the air, but I know you can't do that in Deluxe 8. I know you can't control being in the air, And man, the way they did this, we finally, as PC gamers and Xbox and even Sony, Sony, we have now, because Nintendo isn't playing ball with everybody. You know what I'm saying? They're not releasing their first party games anywhere else. So if you are into Mario Kart, you won't be able to. But this game delivers. If you are a fan of Mario Kart, if you like the arcade feel, because it does feel like that. The sound. Oh man, the sound, bro. Like when you play this game, and you have it like in front of your computer and even in your headphones, you feel like you're at the arcade, like the old. Put the quarter in,
It's got that boom, that chest banging.
Man, when you play it. And I think I don't hear a lot of people talk about that, like how much arcadic this feels. You know what I mean by arcadic is like arcade.
Yeah.
When it feels like that, like when you touch the controller and it goes ready, set, go, last round, and you're like it's like that. Yeah, bro. Oh man.
So my take on it is with Mario Kart World, they had fire when they made Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. What made Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was all the characters that were in it. What made Mario Kart Deluxe was all the levels and all the extra levels that they added with the DLC that came later on with Nintendo Switch Online. They had all of these new things that, like Nintendo, we keep saying it. Nintendo makes very tight games. They make they're very good with their making it feel good and feel right. And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had all of that. When they tried to, I think they got so hype off of Smash Brothers and having all those characters in it, and everybody assumed that the next Mario Kart was going to be that, and they went the opposite direction and was like, we're going to tone it down a little bit so we don't overwhelm ourselves with having to get licenses and that might have scared them off. So that opened up the door for Sega to be smart about it, get all of these licenses that they have that are now going to be in this game. Cross Worlds makes sense. It is basically a direct sequel to 8. I completely agree with you on that. Yeah. Everything feels right. Everything sounds right. The tightness on it has that Mario Kart 8 feel to it. But I don't know if they just overlaid characters on top of Mario Kart 8 and just did some shit, but I don't know. But it looks and plays like a Mario Kart game without the Mario Kart characters. I second guessed it when that game was first announced.
Hey,
and you and me had that conversation. we had that conversation because all the Sonic racing games, they were good, but they were never as good as Mario Kart. This one is, and doesn't make you have to do unnecessary things. For Mario Kart World, you got to go to the drive through the city and drive through the towns to get to the next race, and it's like that can be fun, but it loses its charm after a while. Where this is just race after race after race.
Bro, and I didn't even mention customization.
Yeah,
like the cars, like you can break down the front, break down the back, break down the wheels. Now, somebody was like, "Yeah, but you can do that in Mario." No, not like this, not like this, because you get the cows that you can put on anywhere. You get to stretch it. You can cover the whole car with it. You can mix and match pieces. And I'm not saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna take this piece." No. You can take the front and have any other car front on the front of that, any other back, so you can just match and make all kind of cars, bro. It's crazy. And then they have like a system where, let's say you pick a car that's tanky, like it's like it's not really built for speed, but then you get like these power-ups with your car that you slot.
Yeah. So it helps to give you
bro,
enhancements to your car.
Man, for real. And the levels in the board. And I found out, because I remember it probably flew over my head, why do they call this game Sonic Racing Crossworlds? Because you're racing on a course and then at some point you cross over into a whole another world, which is a whole another obstacle course, and then it brings you back to the main course. And the person that's in the lead, they get to pick which part to go to. Oh, man, bro.
No, it's an awesome way to play the game, because you never know which you're gonna go. If you're not number one, you don't know what to expect.
You don't know what to expect. Levels, so somebody will pick random, and now you're going to some random board, and it changes. You know, one time, you know, the car I was driving in the car, right, and it's literally a T-Rex chasing me on the track. You know what I'm saying? It was wild, bro. The game is fun. So everybody out there, if you're into Mario Kart, but you don't have a Switch, and you've been wanting it on your PC, or you want it on your PlayStation, one on your Xbox,
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere, and it's a good game. And to me, bro, and again, I could be totally wrong what I'm about to say, but I believe, like, because this game is not a Nintendo Mario Kart game and it's everywhere, that reach is going to be bananas. Like, if it starts to pop off and young kids start playing it, like, it's going to be bananas, man.
Well, they're doing it right. They're getting all the right characters. They got Suniniku. They got characters coming in every like 2 weeks. They're announcing another IP that's in the game. So it's like they're doing it very smart to attract all these different types of audience. So it's gonna be good.
Did you see the latest commercial for it?
Yeah.
The old school joint, they starting something. As MJ would say, you want to be starting something. So the other game I'm playing is called Mega Boink.
Not associated with Megabit Misfits.
No. We're not
Mega Boinking.
We're not Mega Boinking. So Mega Boink is about it, to make it plain and make it simple for anybody that's watching. If you played the game Vampire Survivor, this game is like a 3D version of that game. You know what I'm saying? Really fun, roguelike. Grab coins, defeat the monsters, and you get random abilities, and you got to try to survive the horde of enemies that's coming at you by opening up chests and getting new abilities until your time run out. They got one dude on a skateboard, it's like a skeleton. I love that character right
now. No, those types of games have been gaining a lot of popularity ever since Vampire Survivor came out. Like, there's a couple of those type of games that have gotten big, and nothing as big as Vampire Survivor, obviously. But you know, I got to check this one out. I'll definitely take a look.
Listen, if you like Vampire Survivor, I got to say this game right here is like you know how you want games to evolve and change.
Yeah.
Vampire Survivor, and then there's this game. It's like this is the next step to that. Like, instead of it being like this side scroll up and down this way, that it's now a 3D environment with those same mechanics, and you get to jump now. You know what I'm saying? So you got skeletons coming at you, and you got your automatic move happening. You got to get enough coins to open this chest that gives you another random move. You got like an orb now that circles around you while a horde of stuff is just coming at you. And there's a boss. There's like a boss monster that pops up. Like, you got to activate him, and I have yet to do that and win. So I'm getting washed up right now. I'm trying to unlock a lot of characters. So yeah, it is.
Where are you playing this?
On PC. This is on PC. Yeah. Mega Boink. Cool. I had the demo, but then I actually played and got the actual game because I liked it so much. Because I do like Vampire Survivor, but I like this one scratches that itch that I have. You know me, I like open world stuff. So it's like, ooh, this ain't open world, but it's close enough. You know, it's a 3D environment with them same mechanics in it. You know. So also Ethermancer, which came out this week. By the time you guys watching this, it's already been out. You can go check it out. It's also a creature capture game. We covered it before. I'm pretty sure Mr. ReyRey probably copped it already and singing his praises. But
maybe that's
I copped it. He's probably playing Ethermancer. That's why he's not
check his stream, check his Twitch right now.
You know, but I haven't like replayed it since the demo, so I'm waiting to get into it because I've been playing like Mega Boink.
Got you hooked, huh?
Got me hooked, man. So I ain't get a chance to crack that opening and really dive deep into that. But yeah, that's the games I've been playing.
All right, cool. Yeah, me, I'm not gonna keep too much of your time. I'm just playing Silk Song. It's all good.
Hey, he's probably listening. He's that 60% in the
bro. No, I'm nowhere near that.
No. Somebody in the poll. That's you. That's you and everybody else.
Those bosses are whipping my ass, man. I can't get past that. I'm very stuck right now. I get there, but it's like, geez, man. They definitely raised the difficulty on this game.
I'm still on the first one. Remember, you got me into the first one. I'm still on that. I got a
Yeah.
map and a compass, and that's it. Okay, as far as I got.
Nah,
All
cool.
right.
Keep trying to go back. You get that.
Okay.
You got only 85 more hours to go.
Oh gosh, yeah. The one thing I can say before, real quick, the one thing I can say about the Hollow Knight, and if Silk Song follows that same thing, the replay value on this game is pretty dope. I could definitely see that there's a replay value to this game.
The Hollow Knight took me the first time I tried it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it felt. I didn't like the way it moved. I couldn't figure out what to do. And it took me 2 or 3 tries to really get into it, mainly because you don't learn about the story too early on. It leaves everything so vague and doesn't give you anything. So like you're the same thing. You just got the map and the compass. So, but it takes a little bit more to really like drag you in. You know what I mean? So it took me a little while to get into it. Once I got to, there was one specific part that I was like, that's the one. That's the spot right there. I'm stuck.
Mr. ReyRey, you heard that? Stop. Get off your ass and play it, bro. I didn't get into it. I'm like, bro, this game is good, man. I'm telling you. The Tokyo Game Show. Yeah, we got PlayStation. You know, we had the PlayStation State of Play, right? And then we had the Xbox thing happen. We got to stop doing these showcases. Okay? We got to stop it. I'm sick of these showcases every other weekend. It's like a pop out, no surprises, no warning, no heads up. Tomorrow we got a showcase for you guys. Stop it. And the crazy thing, like me and you spoke about, a lot of these showcases, it's games we already know, or games that's not coming out till next year.
Yeah,
why
a lot of games get announced way too early and get pushed back halfway through the making of them. A lot of games, it's repeating the same trailer or similar trailers between all 3, 4, 5, 17 showcases. And you think about it, we've been doing this since what? We started this podcast in April of this year, I believe.
I think March. I believe it was March.
Okay, so March of this year, and we've done probably like 7 or 8 showcases, or watched 7 or 8 showcases or more.
Got enough of this shit. I'm tired.
A lot of it is just passive stuff, you know, and it's
Garbaggio.
But there's a few shining lights. There's a few shining lights out there. There's a couple of nice games that are coming out. It's always good to know what the games are coming out, but it's also just like, it's not like the E3 days where there was just one weekend, everybody's there, everybody puts their game out, and you know the whole next year, from that summer to the next summer, you know everything that's coming out. You know what I mean? It's not like that no more. Everybody wants to do their own showcase and have their own spotlight, and it gets very tiring.
Man, listen, it does get tiring, especially when a lot of these games now, again, because we're all holding hands and singing Kumbaya and releasing games on each other's platforms. It's like that console has it, that console has it now, right? So it's like y'all showing the same stuff. Y'all show, and it's like, okay, this is trailer 2. Like, you just showed that. You know how many games we watched in previous showcases? I didn't forgot that game was coming out. So when it came back, I'm like, "Ooh, that's a nice game." And you was like, "Yo, they showed that last." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh no, but this is the Nintendo exclusive version of it, where your character gets to wear a Mario shirt. So
no. So speaking on the Tokyo Game Show for Xbox, I'm going to speak on their behalf. Before I get to the main one though, Animo, I talked about that earlier. This is going to be a creature capture game. They say, from what I'm looking at, they're talking about there won't be no gacha on the creatures itself, but there will be gachas, limited gachas on certain other things. I think, that's kind of a deterrent to some people when they hear that, because gachas, I don't like being got. I don't like being got. Gotcha's gonna get you. So, it looks good. Animo is a creature capture game where their mechanic that they have in this game is where you are the trainer, right? You can collect them, right, and put them in a little. It's like now for them they use like a triangle sphere thing. It looks crazy.
Okay.
No, it's triangle though. It's triangle.
Yeah, Nintendo's watching. Nintendo, they're watching, bro.
Check out this mechanic though for their game. For their game, they have it where there's something called twining. And what that means is that you can, outside of your creature, you you can do like certain moves, like throw like little orbs or something at the creature to harm them and stuff like that. Or you twine with your creature, where you become one, where you go inside your creature and you are now the creature and you control the moves of the creature. You get that?
Yeah.
You don't look too. You don't look too.
I don't know if I want to be inside the creature.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, how about that you take control of the creature and now you are able to do the moves and stuff like that. So instead of it being like automatic, like auto fighting, whatever the case may be, you can take control of the creature and now you do the moves.
I bet that avoids some nice lawsuits. You know, that's a good idea.
Listen, that's one way to get around it. That's one way you know what I'm saying? That's what. Hey, it ain't automatically fighting if I'm controlling it.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
So they got that game
but
coming
one button
out.
press away.
One phone call away from the lawyers. So we got a Fatal Frame 3, the remake, because you told me you played that game. Which looked like Silent Hill to me when I saw it. Fallout 76, of course, we already know about that. The camp building base. That looks awesome. That looks great. Hitman with the Bruce Lee in it.
Ooh.
I don't know how Sony ain't dropped that on us and had Xbox do it, but Bruce Lee is going to be in the Hitman game, which is wild. Cool. You get to play as him. And then Hotel Barcelona is like a side-scrolling roguelike game.
Okay.
Yeah. If you like Silk Song, you might like this.
I think I've seen this. I believe it's a trailer that I've seen it in another showcase. that they've mentioned this before. I think I've seen this trailer. But yeah, it's definitely interesting.
So, and then the one that I'm saving for last, which I felt like which stood out to me was Gungrave, Gore, Blood Heat. Oh my, Devil May Cry. And they say this is a franchise from before. I remember hearing about Gungrave. I've never.
Yes, Gungrave is
Yeah, it's a franchise, but I've never got into it. And I'm like, this right here, oh my goodness. Yes. Sign me up, because this looks like Devil May Cry mixed with the priest from Dungeon Fighter. If you know about Dungeon Fighter, if you know, you know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, this looks crazy. Like, I like this. So those are the games that stood out to me for the Xbox showcase.
Yeah, I definitely gotta check that out. Gungrave, Gore,
Blood Heat.
Blood Heat.
Yeah. Okay. That's what's up with all of these games with these long ass names. Like
all the short names were taken by Atari back in the day. The one word names, you know. All right. So I'll take the PlayStation showcase. There's other showcases and all that, and they've had smaller games and indie games. There was a big indie game showcase that had some cool stuff and all that. So if you're interested, definitely check out the Tokyo Game Show, all the different showcases they had up. They had probably like 6 or 7 different small showcases. But we're just handling the big ones right now because that's what we want to do. So yeah. I'll take care of the Sony one. So Sony started their showcase with this game called Saros. Saros is the sequel to Returnal. If anybody played Returnal, it's a bullet hell style game. Your character doesn't remember who she is or what she is, and it's because she is basically like a clone. She gets killed, she gets reborn, she has to go through it all again or whatever it is, and eventually finds piles and piles and piles of bodies. And there's a lot more to the story, but it's all her body. So check it out. It's a good game. Really, really good game. Great controls. Beautiful looking game.
Wow.
The game is made by Housemarque. They've made very arcadey games. We were just talking about that with the Sonic. Housemarque is the epitome of arcade games mixed with Sony's first party third person story driven games. So if you like arcade and you like story driven games, definitely check out anything from Housemarque. So Saros is their new game. They showed off some features, looks really good. Next game I want to check out is called Chronoscript. Chronoscript is like a weird is it side scrolling? It's a little bit of side scrolling. It has some 3D elements. You're this character going through these different books and pages and looking. I believe you're the writer of the book, and you're using the ink to get through to the different pages, and you're fighting all these different monsters. And there's all kind of outside elements that can affect you. So like somebody turning the page or walking by, cats going over, standing all over the desk can kill you. You know, like it's just a cool, interesting looking game. Really pretty art. Everything is hand drawn. So yeah, it looks awesome. Then going back to what we talked about earlier, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is showing Mega Man is going to be in this game. And we haven't had a Mega Man game in a long ass time. We need Mega Man to come back.
Wait a minute. So they skipped over showing Bruce Lee for Hitman for Mega Man?
Yeah, man. They had to have a man.
Yeah, Xbox, you can have Bruce Lee. We getting Mega Man. Ain't nobody seen this in years.
Yo, hey, you haven't seen both of them in years. It's okay, but
no, check it out. Well, check it out. Here's the thing: Bruce Lee made an appearance in a UFC game. Remember?
That's true. Yes, he did.
It was a UFC game. We ain't see Mega Man in
probably around the same time the last Mega Man game came out, though. Think about that. But you get like 3 characters. You get all the music, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about with the Sonic Racing is all the different franchises' music is going to be in this game the same way Nintendo did with Smash Brothers. All the songs are going to be in these games, and it's going to be awesome,
bro. I want.
And you get a whole Dr. Wily level in Cross Worlds.
You just took it. I was just about to say I want to hear Dr. Wily. I want to hear Spring Yard Zone. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear all the classic Sonic music in this game, bro.
Yeah,
like, for real.
It's gonna be good.
And you know what? You're right. They might have that. That might be DLC. I guarantee they're gonna sell that. That's gonna be something they're gonna push.
Nah. I don't think so. I think it's all part of the season pass. They said it comes with the season pass. You get the music, you get the gun, the cards, you get the characters, you get all of that part of the DLC, or you could if you get the season pass and all that stuff. So it comes with it.
They don't try to Fortnite this.
Yeah. You got to keep it going, man.
Okay.
Then Sony announced the God of War controller for the 20th anniversary of God of War. Really, I love the way the controller looks, the simplicity of it. The red stripe looks really cool.
I heard somebody say it looks like somebody is bleeding the PlayStation people and they just went like that. It's like, yeah, sell that for like $90. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, no, but I like the way the controller looks. So like again, for the collectors out there, that's a pretty cool.
Yeah, for real.
Not as nice as the Ghost of Yotei, not as nice as some of the other controllers that they've done, but you know, it is what it is. But because it's the 20-year anniversary of God of War, I'm sure there's going to be more to it. There's probably going to be eventually a system that comes out with it, a special edition system. They haven't announced the 2D God of War game that's been rumored for the last year and a half or something like that. So there's going to be more to this 20-year anniversary in the next couple of weeks. So keep an eye open for that.
Okay.
They announced some speakers. Great for them. Nice. You know, so Sony is a tech company. They make video games, but they're a tech company at heart. So it is what it is.
Hey, take this speaker. We make these too. Remember these?
Remember the Walkman? It comes with a Walkman. Oh man! And then the last big thing was Wolverine. Yeah, this game is made by the same people who did Spider-Man games and Spider-Man 2, and I'm trying to remember the name, and I'm vamping, and I can't remember the name. Insomniac Games. Thank you very much.
Insomniac, yes sir.
Insomniac Games has been the spine of the PlayStation 5 because they've put out now. This would be game number 4, I believe. Okay. For the PS5.
You're talking about the original Spider-Man game, right?
The original Spider-Man remastered.
Right?
Miles Morales remastered.
Miles Morales,
Spider-Man
2. Oh, it's 5.
This is number 4. Oh no, 5 because you're right, 5 because they put out Ratchet and Clank too. So this is number 5. No.
6.
Spider-Man remastered.
No. Spider-Man 1.
Came out for PS4. That wasn't PS5. Okay. PS5 was Spider-Man remastered, Miles Morales remastered, Spider-Man 2, Ratchet and Clank, and now Wolverine.
Okay.
So they are definitely the spine of Sony.
They're pumping
PlayStation
it out,
right
boy.
now. And they're doing it quick, man. They did those first 4 games within the first like 6 months to a year of the PlayStation being out, the PS5 being out. So yeah, they pumped those out. And then they've been working on Wolverine since. They got my dude from Spartacus as Wolverine, And
really?
yeah, and I never ever thought of him as Wolverine, but then it makes sense because they're him and Hugh Jackman are both Australian, and yeah, I mean, hey, if it worked with him, it transitions over perfectly well. And then he's got the body shape for it. He's good for it. He's got a great actor. So yeah, I'm hyped for him as Wolverine. He can do the voice. The voice is a little weird, but it takes a little getting used to. But it's different.
I was about to say
at least it's not
as you play.
At least it's not Hugh Jackman. You know what I mean? So it's definitely going to be some getting used to. But it is what it is.
You get 90. They're gonna make you do this to your 90.
Yeah, man.
You know, but
yeah, not.
So right, Wolverine is the big thing that came out from
Yes,
PlayStation during the thing. What was it about it from what you saw that was like, yeah, I want to play this game? Besides it being Wolverine, but what was it?
Yeah, well, that's the hard part. It's just Wolverine. So, all right, couple of things. Surprisingly, I don't know how this is going to work because Disney owns Marvel. Disney has a rule: you're not allowed to decapitate, you're not allowed to maim, you're not allowed to make or cut off humans' body parts. That is a big rule. They did it. They made Star Wars where you cannot cut nobody's body parts off or hurt anybody like that or show blood or anything like that.
That's why
how they got around it. Yeah. But that's why if you look at Jedi Fallen Order and these other the other Jedi Survivor and all that, those games, you can only kill robots. You can only destroy robots. The stormtroopers, you cannot cut their body parts off. You can't cut their heads off. But if it was an alien or a monster, you can cut those body parts off and their stuff off. So how they're getting away with it with Wolverine, maybe they moved on, maybe they grew up, maybe they're trying to like saw that R rating for Deadpool work for them, and they're like, hey, let's play with it. But
can I get my take on that?
Yes,
from what I saw in the trailer, it looked like androids. It looks like they're part human, part robot. Because when you mentioned, as soon as you said that, I said, yeah, because I noticed that when he was cutting limbs, it was like cybernetic parts were coming out and stuff like that. I'm like, so I guess, you know, these guys are like androids or something like that. That's the reason why they probably can get away with all of that.
They definitely got to be cyborgs or something like that. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. But then, you know, I'm sure that let's see how it goes when you get to the other characters, other mutants, and you know, they did show off a couple of other mutants, and I'm hyped for Omega Red, man. I'm not a fan of the way he looks yet. They didn't have a really good view of him. They had that like under view where it's like the bad lighting and all that stuff. So maybe they're still working on it too. You know, you never know. Still got another year.
I hope so, because they foobarred some characters in the Spider-Man game that I wasn't too happy about.
Yeah, they definitely play with it.
I'm like, yo, y'all gotta do something, man. And I like Omega Red. Like I thought Omega Red is like a cool looking villain. Yes. And when I saw him in the game, I was like, no, you're messing up. What are you doing? From what I saw, and again, from what I saw with this game, from the way it looks, and again, we don't know because a lot of it was cinematic, so we don't know. But from what I saw, this looks like it's gonna be nice. You know what I'm saying? If they keep to and stick with it, please stick with the lore of Wolverine. Please don't go outside of that. I think when they try to deviate from what gets them to the championship, you know, as they say, you alienate the core audience or the big fan that's going to tell someone else, hey, check out this game. I'm telling you, really, really dope. By doing other things that makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why Spider-Man got popping, the first one. Like, you know, everybody's like, oh, this is the quintessential superhero game. Like, it used to be Arkham, but now they done got the crown. So keep that going, Insomniac. Please.
I have some theories about what the game might be about, and I feel all right. So I don't think, you know how Spider-Man's open world. Spider-Man obviously is open world. You have the whole city to go through. They can't necessarily do that with Wolverine just because of traversal. He's not going to go flying around the city. So they already showed multiple settings in the game. So I think it's definitely going to be more of like an Uncharted situation or like a more linear story.
Okay.
So, but I think they're taking just a theory. It's not official. It's not nothing like that. I think they're gonna pull off like a John Wick type of story where they hire all the assassins to come get him. And that's who you're fighting throughout the whole game. And I think that makes sense why he's traveling throughout all the different countries and all this stuff. I think they're gonna pull off like get him or don't, you know what I mean? And that's somebody's gonna have a hit out on him. I think that to me makes sense.
You know, they purposely left one person now, right?
Who'd they leave out?
Sabretooth. They ain't showing.
Yeah,
you know it's coming.
Yeah, he's got to be in the game.
He got to be in the game. You know he's got to be in the game. You know, the only thing, the one side that people are gonna talk about, they're gonna talk about the whole Sweet Baby Inc. stuff. They're gonna try to throw that in there and talk about, Sweet Baby Inc. might be attached to this. Listen, companies are gonna do what they're gonna do. As long as it comes out with a very, very good game, that's what matters. That's what matters most. Hopefully, none of that other extra stuff interferes with this game, and they just stay on course of what they got to do, which is deliver a good game. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the Insomniac hasn't let us wrong yet, man. They've put out game after game after game, and every single one of those games hits.
They've been hitting, but I think they be trying to throw in the fugly in there too. That's why I said about how your man, like how your man Omega Red look. I was just like, come on, man.
Again, it was a bad angle, it was bad lighting, you didn't catch him on his good side. Once the game comes out and maybe they color correct a couple of things, and you don't know. Let's see how it goes. Are you a fan of the mask, of the Wolverine mask? Because I'm not.
Wolverine mask. Which one? The one that Hugh Jackman wore, or
no. The one in the game, the one on the cover. I'm not a fan of that little nose dip that they got there.
Bro, yeah, that kind of I don't know. We might have an ugly Sonic on our hand. I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? If you're in the comments and you don't like Wolverine's mask, let's start bitching about it now. So this way they can change it out.
Exactly. Tell us in the comment section what you like, what you don't like, what you're expecting from this Wolverine game, because it's definitely going to be something that everybody going to be talking about once it drops. Whether it be good or whether bad, this game is definitely going to be the game everybody going to be talking about.
Yeah, they said they're not showing that until sometime next year. Next spring is the next time they're going to have anything for it. So that'd probably be like the full-on showcase, talking about the actual gameplay and all of that. So
there's supposedly like leaked pictures of how Jean Grey look, and I guess what I'm talking about, the whole fugly. Like, come on, man, stop it. Come on.
Months ago there was a leak. The game was leaked a couple of months ago, and all the grayscale of all the fighting and all of that stuff back then. But so I don't know how much of that made it into the game, because they could have easily just cut that stuff out. But let's see.
Bro, come on, get rid of the fugly. That's all I'm saying.
That new blood that they made blood technology for this game. So that's another interesting little factor that they put in. They said they had to create a whole new system for the blood. So it's I guess to be on your clothes and for it to flow correctly and all of this stuff. So kind of cool.
Oh man, that's dope. Hope it doesn't get patent. What? Who said that? who said that? Who said patent? Patent what? Anyway, but yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah. If they created something like that, because again, innovation moves things forward. So again, make sure you hit the comment section. Make sure you like, subscribe. Again, special shout out and thank you to everybody that the new subscribers, the new followers, everybody that's commenting. We love it. We read all of it. Thank you, and shout out to our special guest, Mr. Rav. Would you like to again give that shout out to the special guests?
Yeah, thank you very much to Nicole on TikTok, Eli Bronxborn, and Renegade XP for Trash Talk Games.
Thank you so much. And as we like to end it, you know what I'm saying? How we like to go out in style. Whether you like it,
whether you hate it,
play the games that you enjoy.
Even
if they patent it.